Hello and welcome to Stage 729. I'm your host, Michelle Sanders. We have a show full of information for you today, full of cooking demonstrations, and then a little bit about Stage 729 coming up. So we'll sit back, get ready to listen to some good information, and then we'll tell you a little bit more about what Stage 729 is going to be doing. Toodles! Hi, and welcome back to Stage 729. I'm your host, Michelle Sanders. Today we have Mr. Ronnie Lee here with the Lincoln Challenge, and he's going to give us a little bit of information about what Lincoln Challenge does, how they benefit our community, and then how long he's been with the organization, and then give us some tips on what we can do to help our children that might be challenged a little bit in the areas of either behavior or other factors that might stop them from growing as an individual. So, Mr. Lee, how are you?
Just fine. How are you?
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Blessed to be here.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. So, first of all, tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Ronnie Lee. I'm born here in Peoria, Illinois. Went away for 4 years to the Air Force and came on back and finished out my 36 years with Caterpillar, and spent 30 years in the military, 4 active duty and 26 in the Air National Guard here in Peoria.
Oh, wow. Okay, very rounded. I like that. Tell us a little bit about Lincoln Challenge.
Lincoln's Challenge is a program that's been around since '93. It started off with 5 schools in 5 states, and Peoria school, the Illinois school, was the largest school that started off in '93. And their goal was to educate young individuals that were at risk, just move them 5 grade points to the right. In other words, at that time we didn't have the GED, but now we have the GED.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now, in saying that, how many students are normally go through the program?
Well, our goal is to have 300 cadets each class.
Oh, wow.
And we have 2 classes a year, one July and one in January.
Okay.
Mid-session.
That's
each
the
month.
enrollment time for
Yes,
them.
it is.
Okay.
And we take cadets throughout the entire state. We have 7 recruiters that recruit for the entire state to get these young individuals to the program.
Okay, so now what kind of individuals do you accept in this program? What kind of individuals is this program made for?
Okay, we're mandated by the National Guard, because it's a National Guard Youth Program.
Okay.
By Department of Military Affairs. This program is set up to age 16 through 18 at-risk youth. We always say high school dropout. Sometimes people misunderstand that, but we take those individuals that are in danger of not succeeding in life. Nowadays, you got to have education. We have young people that are behind in school. Maybe they'll be 20, 21 before they graduate, or some of them learn at a slower pace. And we have individuals that want to get high school out of the way so they can start the next level of their education. And we're there to give them that GED along with the 8 core objectives.
Okay, so then you can also help those that might not be so much challenged with other issues, but might have a different focus and don't want to do the high school thing, just want to go on and get life started.
Right. We have a reputation, people want to call us a boot camp, but we're not a boot camp. We're a military-style school. Yes, we have that military flavor. Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. You will march, you will do physical fitness and learn drills and ceremonies, but we have a lot of discipline and structure with our program, and that's what we want young people to do. A lot of them are lacking that discipline and structure in their life.
Oh, okay. So now, what are some of the success stories that you might have from those in this community?
Well, here's what happened is that all our applicants or cadets must have a mentor, and that's what it's all about, having a role model, advocate, someone that's going to keep them on track on the goals that they set while they're at our school, because all of our young men and women must set a goal, have goals, so they can have something to look forward to. We know that what you start today you want to do may not be the same 6 months from now. So we do short-term, intermediate, and long-term goals, and that's what we try to do. We don't want them to keep it in their mind. We write it down on paper, we put it on the website so that way they can go back periodically and take a look at it, because you may have to tweak it, change it and everything.
Well,
and that
nice.
role model, which is that mentor, is there to keep them on path and at the structure of what they need to do. Every role model is there to help them to go through the 12-month post-resident phase of the program, because the program has 2 phases. 22 weeks at our school at Rantoul, Illinois, and the old Chinook Air Force Base.
Yeah.
They graduate from the program, then they go back to their home of residence, and then they have the 12-month mentoring where they meet with their mentor 4 times a month, send a monthly report for 12 months.
Now, are most of the kids from this area, or do they come from all over?
The state is divided up in a region. I'm in Region E. I have 24 counties that I'm responsible
Oh,
for
wow.
recruiting young individuals to the program. And we take, like I say, young men and young women. And what we try to do is that we want a good cross-section, because it's not about bad kids or kids that are been in the court system and things like that. We have kids that have been in the court system. We have kids that want to come, like I said, go to the next level to high school. What I try to instill to these young people, whether you have a GED or a high school diploma, they're not any good any day. The bar is risen.
Right.
You've got to have a bachelor's degree for the most part to be successful. Not saying you got to go to college, but there's vocational school, technical school, things like that, even Job Corps.
Now, do they learn a trade doing with your program, or do you get them prepared for trades?
We're a GED program. We offer the GED along with A core objectives like coping skills, fellowship, leadership, things like that. And that's what we're trying to do, is that we want them to get out there and be able to fit in society. Instead of depending on society to take care of them, they're going to be able to give back to society, be an attribute for society.
But it seems like you have a little bit of leadership skills in there and discipline tied in there also. So this is your way, or the program's way of getting them prepared and to be successful.
Yes, it is. It's getting them to be young men and young women in today's society. We know there's a lot of stress out there. We know there's a lot of distraction, but we want to show them, hey, there's a way to get through these things. And we're really big on team effort. Not I and me, it's a team. You have those young individuals, you could have 30 or 40 young individuals on a team. You work together to go through this program, whether it be physical fitness, studying the GED to pass all the blocks, whatever it may be, room inspection. You work as a team, and that's how you become successful.
Well, I can tell you have a passion for those parents that are they supposed to use this as a tool maybe to help them when they think there's no way of getting through to their child? Is that what this program can do?
This is another alternative, and a lot of times I don't want the school system feeling that we're trying to take their students, but kids nowadays have a lot of choices. Whether you go to the regular high schools here in Peoria, and if you don't go there, they have alternative schools as well as a career school. The thing is that we're there to try to pick up those ones that maybe fell through the crack so that they have a chance to be successful as well. It's strictly a volunteer program. And young people nowadays got that big no factor.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that that's a net for catching those that might fall through. That's another option.
Exactly.
And then, too, that gives them options, too. Sometimes high school doesn't work out or other things pop up. So.
Right. And the biggest thing, we got to have the parents to come to the orientation with their young individual, because a lot of times young people has tunnel vision. I said they're going to see the big picture, and they don't know all the ins and outs about the program, and that's why the orientation is mandatory. So you can get all the A through Z aspects of the program, what it has to offer, some of the benefits it has to offer, because there's even college opportunities and things like that. So we want them to be informed.
And they can go to the military if they choose so?
Yes, the National Guard, right now the Army and the Navy's taking GED recipients to go into the different branches.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. So now, tell those out there in TV land, what can they do to get in touch with Lincoln Challenge, or can they go to the website?
They can go to the website, Lincoln's Challenge, challengeacademy.org, or they can call me at 217-418-8431, and I'll answer the phone and be willing to answer any question they may have. Like I said, we have the two classes. One starts in mid-January, mid-July, and we're there to be there for the community to help those young individuals that may not be successful, but there is another alternative.
Well, Mr. Ronnie, thank you for taking time to educate us, to let us know what's going on in our community and how we can strengthen the youth that we have here also, and provide a tool for the parents.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, we're going to be right back with Stage 729. Hi, and welcome back to Stage 729. I'm Michelle Sanders, and I'm here with Chef Derek, who is going to show us a little cooking tips on eating healthy. Hi, Chef Derek. How are you?
Great.
Good.
Great.
So what do we have here today?
Okay, here today we're cooking our swai fish, and we're gonna do a breading on it with sauteed broccoli with a little bit of lemon juice just to add a little enhancement for
What
it.
kind
So
of fish is sway?
sway is like an African.
Sway. Okay, I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah, it's a hit and miss.
Oh.
But yeah, it's an African like fillet fish.
Okay.
Surrounded and
So
stuff.
while you were preparing, tell us how long have you been a chef here in Peoria?
Well, I've been a chef probably for maybe about going on about 30 years, because I consider myself being a chef from the period I started just working with chefs and learning from them stuff. I have 2 associate degrees through ICC, one in culinary arts, one in restaurant management,
Awesome.
and just been cooking over 30 years.
Okay.
Different restaurants, different private clubs, mom and pop places.
Okay.
So
That's fine. Well, we're glad that you have us here, and let's get started. Show us what you got.
okay. First, we do it this way. I did a garlic infused, so that's basically you taking the garlic right here.
Uh-huh.
You
That's
break it
fresh
up,
garlic.
fresh garlic, break off the skins, and just put it in oil and let it simmer.
Okay.
So it brings out the essence of the oil from to be infused into olive oil.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So you take a little olive oil and put it on the bottom right there, because you're just getting this all prepared to be put in the pan. And
Okay.
stuff. Take the fish, kind of sauce it around there.
Now, how long does this meal normally take to prepare?
Probably about like 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Because fish is very quick,
Okay.
you know. Doesn't take too long. Now, I just spread it a little bit more oil because I want to make sure I get a lot of garlic and stuff.
Okay.
The rest of the thing is that I take garlic cloves. Olive oil, and then I take parsley, and I do it using it in our food processor. It comes out to look like this. This is like a light little sauce that you put on top of it. And add a little oregano maybe if you want to, or basil just to spice it up for you and stuff. And
That gives it more natural flavor then?
yeah, more natural flavor. And it's because olive oil is one of those oils that doesn't have a lot of trans fat.
Yeah.
You know, it's good for the body. So I spread a little bit of this on top of there. And then I took a panko crumbs and I mixed it up with Parmesan and use it in the food processor too. So it'll get a lighter dusting and stuff, not something heavy and stuff.
Not such heavy breading.
Right. So
Okay.
it's just a matter of just putting it on there enough to cover.
See, I'm not a breading person, so this will work perfect for me.
See? Just enough to cover. Don't have to pat on too much.
Okay.
Okay. And then what I like to do is take a skillet afterwards and just start it off.
Okay.
I started off in a skillet, might add a little bit more oil in there just to make sure nothing sticks to it. A little bit more. And what it is that I'm cooking the bottom of it because the rest of it's going to be browning in the oven. So I'm starting it. This is like a par cooking.
Yeah.
Okay? So once I get the oil like really kind of heated up on this thing, and I start feeling that it is getting heated, you'll see the bubbles right here and everything. Then you pop it in the oven.
Okay.
That way you're doing half the time. That's why it only takes like 10 or 15 minutes for it and stuff.
Nice.
And hear the bubbles. I hear the bubbles. Okay. Put it in the oven.
Smells delicious.
Now a little extra stuff for having some vegetables on the side and stuff. You can also, this is a meal that you can serve with something like pasta, or a little rice, whatever grain that you want to use to add on to the stuff to make it balanced.
Nice.
Okay.
Now we have fresh broccoli.
Fresh broccoli.
And what are we going to do with the broccoli?
We're just going to par cook it or par boil it.
Okay.
Doesn't take very long. Just it brings out more of the color. It cooks it halfway so that you can saute it, and with a little bit of butter, a little bit of lemon juice. That adds flavor to it, richness to it, and you don't have to use a lot. You don't have to use a lot of salt.
So you can saute with lemon juice in order to still keep that flavor.
Yes. In fact, lemon juice and salt are all called enhancers.
Okay.
They enhance things. You know what I mean? You can eat a nice steak, but if you don't put any salt on it sometimes, it just takes.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of reason too. that's a lot of reasoning behind people eating medium rare steaks.
Yeah.
Because the blood is enriched in there with iron and stuff, and that it gives you that kind of salty flavor, kind of ume flavor sometimes. That's why you see that.
But you really can use all these different seasonings to actually enhance your food. You don't need to use too much salt.
No, not at all.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn this back on because I want to get everything ready for the plate presentation. You see that it doesn't take that long for it to bring brightness and color out of this thing. Take a little bit of this, and we'll put it over here in the pan.
Okay.
Because I've got this oil that's got good flavor in it, I'm going to use a little bit more of this in here. But I also want to go over here, I want to add a little bit of butter too. That's the richness of it. And this is a non-salted butter. So.
Because you really wouldn't need that much salt with all the other, with the olive oil and the flavoring.
No, because I got the olive.
My little tummy is just a ground up already.
So we're going to turn this down.
Okay.
And just let that sit on there. Let all the flavors get in that. Okay. And because I have pre-cook things and make sure things look right.
TV magic.
That's it. Put this in another skillet.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Oops, didn't mean to break it.
Oh, that's okay.
That's all right.
It still go down the same way.
This great thing.
Yes.
That you always have backup. You always have backup.
I like it.
And mistakes, you always have backup. And that's the great thing about that.
Hey, we know about TV magic.
All right.
Oh,
There we go.
awesome. Nice.
So you get flavor, you get a little bit of breading. And the thing about it, you can use things like whole wheat bread at home.
Uh-huh.
That's another way of just cutting out,
Okay.
especially for diabetics.
Right.
We can't always take the white breadcrumbs that have so much sugar in it and every carbohydrates, so you can use breadcrumbs.
Okay.
All right. Now,
I don't know if I'm helping any Chef Derek or not.
now it's all balanced there. It's all balanced.
Oh, awesome. That is gorgeous. I mean, really, because I'm going to taste some in just a second. But so now, in saying this, how many calories do you think is this plate full of food for one person?
For one person? Okay. I would probably say maybe about, I don't know, probably about 150. Because the fish doesn't really put a lot of calories on you. I didn't put that much breading on there. Even on a carbohydrate chart, it would only amount to like 15 grams
Oh, wow.
and stuff.
So basically,
Vegetables are free.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. Vegetables are free. You don't have to worry about the calories.
so basically, we have a healthy dish.
yes.
We have a healthy dish. Well, Chef Derek, thank you for the food demonstration and showing us how to cook. And everybody see this because I'm getting ready to chow down. This has been your host, Michelle Sanders, with Chef Derek. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hi, this is your host, Michelle Sanders, and I'm with my announcer, John Tay Strickland. We're going to close out the show by recapping our last few episodes of Stage 729. So, John Tay, I'm going to hand the mic over to you. You can kind of give your perspective of being on the stage.
Well, my perspective of being on the stage was a standpoint from where you could always get some kind of information. There was always something, for the most part, something positive. We did kind of chop a little bit about, celebrities and social things of that nature. But it was nice to know that there are people out there and there are activities and there are programs and there are opportunities for people to get involved in the community, not just, in that little bubble that may be your block or something like that, but like the whole Peoria area. So it's nice to know, again, that these things exist, and it's nice to be a part of a team and to be given an opportunity to broadcast this and to show others and to tell others that, hey, it's not just about what's in your backyard. You never know what's outside. And being on the stage showed me that it showcased a lot of it showcased a lot of talent. It showcased a lot of knowledgeable individuals, and it also gave me a brighter perspective because a few of the guests that we've had, for instance, the community activists, I didn't know about the work that they were doing here. So it's things like that that kind of hit you over the side of the head, like, hey, it's out there. I just have to go get it. I have to go seek it, and there's no telling where it will take you, to be honest. So this season, or with with this handful of episodes, it's been an honor, and I'm very grateful to have been a part of it. So that's basically my take on it.
Okay. Well, with that being said, Stage 729 was brainstormed, and basically with the support of Gospel Peoria TV, we have been able to bring education, showcase people in the community, some of the things that they're doing. And then also we want to make an impact and be influencers. I think that's our biggest part that we want to play with Stage 729. We thank you, the viewers. We've had so many views on YouTube. I've heard people come up and say, I've seen you on public access television. I'm like, yeah, that's me. But like Jonte said, it's a team effort. We have a big team. And so I'm going to name them, and hopefully, like I'm on an award show, I don't forget anybody. Let's start with the camera person who doesn't like to come from behind the camera, Mr. Ron Davis. Thanks to him. Jonte Strickland, who is our announcer for Stage 729. We have our awesome editor, Frazier Matthews, and then we have myself, Michelle Sanders, as the host. So we're planning on expanding and going out there. We have a new project coming up, Living to Worship, so stay tuned for that. That is part of all of our project as well. And then we also have some fun things coming up after October. So we're going to go on hiatus for a little while. We'll be gone up until October. But we'll be back with more Stage 729 and a little bit of change coming with it to add a little flavor to it as well. But I've enjoyed working with these guys and coming to you every Saturday at 7:30 on public access television, Comcast Channel 22. I enjoyed it very much, and we look forward to coming back and doing more programs for you in the Peoria area. Thank you, and toodles.